Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Ace and I got more Orcs Must Die, part 5 of the series on Runner's Alley. And today's topic will be, or the video topic will be, what type of games do I like?
Is it just me, or do these attacks seem more organized these days? Works for me. I like it when all the enemies bunch up for mass slaughtering.
Indeed, choke points are always very nice, especially in games like this. Just a heads up, I do play a little bit differently on this map, because first of all, the kobolds are introduced on this map. As you can already see on the top screen right there, which are little creatures which are fast as hell and very annoying, especially for the clockwork trap, of course the giant morning star. So I do play a little bit differently, and also spec a little bit differently in my steel weaver. And also I wait for the orcs and such to get to my traps this time, instead of trying to kill them off directly, so I can get a high score basically, which is what I'm aiming for. Anyway, let's just get going to the topic of this video, which is basically what type of games do I like. And if you were to ask me that question in person, I would be unable to just straight up answer that question, in the sense that I could say I prefer FPS, I prefer RTS, I prefer MMORPGs. Like, it's not that simple. Hence I'm dedicating a video to it, obviously. Because I don't really exclude any game. It's the same thing with music for me. Now hear me out. Like, I don't judge a game on its genre. I judge a game on its game. I judge a song on its song, not on the genre. Like, I can't really say that I only listen to a specific genre. I can't do that. I can do the same thing for games. I can't say that I play only a specific genre. I play Guild Wars 2, Orcs Must Die, FPSs, RTSs. I play pretty much anything as long as I can enjoy it. And I do of course have preferences, but that doesn't make me blind to other genres or any other thing that may be a little bit different, as a lot of people seem to do these days, which is slightly unfortunate, because I prefer, in music terms, I prefer rock, I prefer alternative rock, some dubstep, some drum and bass goes always well, but I also listen to very, sometimes classical music, or just straight up operas. Like, I can really enjoy those type of things. Like, and with the games it's the same thing. I can see that my preference lays into a certain RPG element, and it's very hard to actually start going from there, because an RPG element is very broad in the sense of what it actually means. So when I start to think about it, why do I like certain games? And there's always a few factors that come back. Now, of course, every gamer wants their game to look good, like the visuals have to be pleasing and have to be high quality, of course, at least depending on what time they are made of course. Because when I say high quality or good visuals or good textures, I don't mean hyper realistic, absolutely not, because I think that Orcs Must Die is a beautiful game. Bastion, beautiful game. TF2 looks amazing considering how long it has been going for and when it has been made, you know what I mean? And all these games like Skyrim, especially with some mods, looks stunningly beautiful. The game may not be as great, but it looks stunningly beautiful, right? And I think every gamer wants their game that they like to look amazing. Also, it has to feel good in the game. Like, if the game doesn't feel the way it is supposed to be, I'm not gonna play it. I can't stand that. Like, if I have a sword and I'm smacking you in the face with it and it doesn't feel like it's doing anything while it's actually doing anything, but I don't get proper feedback, or I shoot a high caliber round and all I get is like nothing but a breeze, and the impact doesn't even show properly, like it's a splash of blood even though I'm shooting your face off, you know what I mean? It's like, it has to feel right. Like, Torchlight 2 does this very well, because the combat feels very strong, very tough, very bulky, and I really like that. I like to have that feedback, and so does everybody else, if you have somewhat of a brain, I suppose. And if you take all these elements, like, every gamer wants these elements, so what is actually a personal thing for me that I need to have in a game for me to like it? And this is where it comes down to two things. I've basically classed them as two things, like customization and relatability. Not sure that's the proper English word, but go with me. Like, the ability for me to relate to the character that I'm playing. Now, in FPSs, this is not really that important, but when it comes down to, especially to RPG games or MMORPGs, or even Orcs Must Die, I have to be able to relate in some way. And this, what the War Mage here is doing, is very honorable. He's sacrificing himself to defend everything that is still left. You know what I mean? That's very honorable. I can relate to honor. If I play in Guild Wars 2, I have to be able to relate to my characters, to be able to relate to my race, and I'm able to decide for myself what the hell I'm doing. And those are my own decisions, therefore I can relate to it. And this actually goes so deep that I actually have to be able to visually relate to it as well. If you give me a race that I don't find enjoyable, it can be, it can have the greatest character, it can be basically a clone of me, just in a different race, but I won't be able to relate to it. So, funny enough though, I don't usually play humans, because if I wanted to play a human in an MMORPG, I'll probably go AFK and get it over with, you know? Like, I tend to play races that look badass, that look, well yeah, just look bad, that look good, look tough, like, they, basically protagonists, like races that can be protagonists. That's what I usually go for in RPGs and such. And when it comes down to customization, I want to have my own decision. I want to decide what the hell my character is wearing. I want to be the decision maker on what the hell he looks like, what kind of tattoo he has. Because if you give me that option, and if you make that option very in depth, I may spend a sick amount of time on it. But when it's done, it is my character. It is my work, you know, I can directly relate to it. And I haven't made any decisions yet in game actually. But I even if I'm wearing a helmet and I have the perfect face, but I have a helmet on and I can't see it, it doesn't matter. It will always be in the back of my head. And therefore I can relate to my character a little bit easier. And this is also why I really enjoy, you know, customization in any game or in any sort. Like, the fact that I'm able to, you know, play this game, Orcs Must Die for example, with the trap that I enjoy. I don't care if I get the highest multiplier, I just want to make the greatest death traps that combo basically the orcs into some kind of death spiral that they never get out of. I want to make the perfect trap that nobody gets through. You know what I mean? It's all coming down to my own decision making, my own relatability and my own customization. If those three things are in a game, and on a very good way, in addition to the looking good, the feeling good, the playing good, the story is good, you have a game that I will love, enjoy, and will not be hesitating to buy. And this is pretty much the video. We are about to come to an end. We have come to an end. So let me know what is important for you guys in a game, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care.